Hi Taurus, welcome to your love reading for March 2017. We are working with two decks again, so let's go ahead and begin. This is going to be for confirmation, so we'll get to that in a minute, but first let's get 9 cards for you from this deck. This is a love reading for the sign of Taurus for March 2017. The first card that you have is the Ten of Pentacles. Love reading for the sign of Taurus, March 2017. The Queen of Swords. Love reading for the sign of Taurus, March 2017. The Hangman. Love reading for the sign of Taurus, March 2017. King of Cups. Love reading for the sign of Taurus, March 2017. Nine of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles. Love reading for the sign of Taurus, March 2017. Ten of Swords. Love reading for the sign of Taurus, March 2017. Ten of Cups. Interesting. Final card is a Tower. Okay, so the card at the bottom of the deck is going to represent the main energy around your love life for the month of March. And you have the Eight of Wands. So this is a really positive card of finally seeing change and excitement in your life after really not having seen any type of progress. This could also represent a really kind of important and exciting message that you receive. Okay, so let's take a look at what you have going on here. I'm noticing that you have the Nine of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. You also have the Ten of Swords and the Ten of Cups down here. So to me, the tens, and you have 1, 2, 3, you have 3 tens. The tens represent an ending, something coming to an end, kind of moving on to the next cycle in your life. Okay, so we'll see how that ties in with the rest of the reading. Let's take it one card at a time. So you start off with the Ten of Pentacles. This is a really positive card of marriage, home, family, and financial stability. Okay, so you have a court card. You have the Queen of Swords. So this is someone who is an air sign, male or female. This could be sun, moon, or rising. So for some of you, this could be your partner where, there's obviously here, this is an established relationship. And for some of you, it could be that you're in this relationship. For those who are single, it could be that this person is coming into your life. And, you do have 2 court cards in this reading. You have a water sign and an air sign. So I feel like for some of you, those who are single, there's the possibility of, of having to choose between 2 different partners. But for some of you, this could represent like the person that you're dating, the person that you're in a relationship with, the person that you're married to. I feel, this air sign here, there's, a sense of stability around them. This is somebody that can be your life partner. This is someone that is kind of marriage material. This is someone that you can have something really stable with, something really solid. But you have the Hangman here. So this is, kind of an energy of limbo. It's a major arcana, so the major arcanas represent something really significant. So I feel like for some of you, you have an air sign around you that has the possibility of being your life partner, of being the one. But it could be that there's something kind of holding up the relationship. This could be that you don't know, you're not moving forward as quickly as you want, but keep in mind that the main energy, which was the Eight of Wands, means that there's suddenly movement in your love life after having been basically in this energy of being stuck, not really moving forward. So I feel like a lot of you who are already coupled, sorry, I put it in the wrong place, you're going to be seeing some type of change around someone where there has been like this energy of limbo, not really moving forward, or just kind of being in a bad phase in your relationship, or not so positive phase. So you also have the King of Cups. The King of Cups, this could, again, could be male or female, someone who is a water sign, who's significant to you. So this person has an energy here of a lot of abundance. And I feel like this person, to me, the Nine of Pentacles is a card, a very material card. And even in a love reading, it's still a very material card. It's about you. So I feel like whoever, I'm going to get some confirmation cards. I usually do that in private readings when I get court cards to see what other energies are around these two people that I see in this reading. Because I feel like for some of you, most of you, it's not you. You're an earth sign, air sign, water sign. I just feel like this person over here, let me just talk about the Queen. As I said, there's a sense of stability, possibility of marriage, but then there's this energy of like, limbo and not really moving forward. This person, I feel like you're examining a relationship with this person. You're really kind of like questioning where this relationship is going. And I feel like there's something about this person, this water sign, where you really don't want to lose yourself, because this is a card all about you. This is a very personal card when it comes up. This has to do with self-esteem, self-reliance, and being kind of a really kind of independent person. So I feel like there's a water sign also around you where you're being very careful about this person. I feel like you don't want to lose yourself for some reason. And water signs can be very, see, I don't want to insult water signs. I am a water sign, so I can say, that water signs want to love and kind of mother even their spouses and their significant others. And for Taurus, you may not like that. I just kind of feel like there's a water sign where you're being very careful. You're considering the possibility of being in a relationship with this person. Or if you're already married to this water sign, they're concerned about what's going on in the relationship or in the marriage. This is taking a really close look and weighing all the pros and cons and really kind of taking inventory of this relationship and what it's bringing into your life. And I feel like for this water sign, the problem is that you don't want to lose yourself. Like, for some of you, you might feel like this person is getting in the way of either your career, your school, your goals. This is a card all about you. And I feel like, with this card being here, you don't want to lose that side of yourself where you're focused on your goals and maybe making money, your career. And somehow this water sign could be interfering with that in some way. I will try to get some confirmation if I have time. Now, you also have, down here, you have the Ten of Swords. So the Ten of Swords, this represents an ending. This is an ending that sometimes where you don't really know it has already happened. This is an ending where it's just like a message to move on. And most of the time when it comes up, you feel like you can't move on because you've been betrayed, you've been stabbed in the back, you've been hurt, and you don't realize that it's time to walk away. So that's kind of like, I'm getting that some of these are very kind of different messages for different people. Usually I tie all of my readings together, but this one seems like very odd, so I feel like there's different messages for everyone. It's just a lot of different energies. I feel like for those of you where it's time to move on and leave, or move on from a relationship where somebody broke your heart, somebody betrayed you, if you're willing to make that decision to move on, there will be someone else to replace that person. You have the Ten of Cups right next to it. The Ten of Cups, this represents, kind of that happily ever after. This is, marriage, this is children, but this is also a lot of happiness. So, and it's next to the Tower, so this could be a love that takes you by surprise. The Tower sometimes scares people, but it really depends what energies are around it. And what you have right next to it is a really beautiful message of love, possibility of marriage and children, and just a lot of happiness. But I feel like somebody here has been dwelling on something that is not very happy. You have not moved on from something. You have not forgotten a betrayal. You've not forgotten something that really had you in a dark place. If you're willing to move on, there is someone there that will bring you a lot of happiness. And I feel, with the Tower being a major arcana, and this represents something very shocking, a shocking turn of events, that if if you're giving somebody new a try, and it could be that these are the people that I see in this reading, that you would be very surprised perhaps how quickly you fall in love or how quickly you get married or move in with someone. It's just kind of, I get it's kind of a strange vibe from this reading. I feel like for some of you, there's just kind of like different people in the picture. Of course, that's not going to apply to those of you who are married, but for those who are married, this could be, you know, your spouse. Okay, let's get some more confirmation from this deck. What additional messages are there for the sign of Taurus for March 2017? You have the Nine of Swords, the Four of Swords, and the Two of Wands. Okay, so again, kind of, you know, kind of a little bit of everything in this reading. This doesn't usually happen. You have the Nine of Swords. So this is, you know, a lot of anxiety and a lot of worry, a lot of tension. There's, when this card comes up, there's something that you really don't want to see happen, but you can't stop thinking about it. And for some of you, it can be that, you know, it's right next to the Hangman, that you don't want to think about your relationship, maybe that you're not moving forward as quickly as you want to. The Hangman means that you're stuck. And this is a lot of worry and anxiety and tension, but remember, the main energy that we started out with is that there's going to be change and movement where there has been none. Another significant energy that I see here that I feel like I have to mention now is a Two of Wands. This means you have been waiting for a long time for something. And seeing this here and this, I feel like those of you where you've been waiting maybe for someone from the past to come back, or waiting for someone to want to work things out, that happens, but I feel like you've been stuck and you've also been really worried and kind of mentally conflicted. You also have the Four of Swords. I feel like, you know, because the Nine of Swords is up there, I feel like this is saying kind of give yourself a break. This is a card of healing most of the time, of healing and recharging your batteries. It does mean that you need some time alone. And it really makes sense to me that you would, you know, that this is the message for you, that there has to be time apart, perhaps from a partner, especially with the Two of Wands here, which means this is a delay that has to happen. This is just, it could be this is a partnership, but most of the time this is, to me, this is a waiting card. If you, sorry for the noise, what you hear is actually rain outside. So I feel like here somebody's like really stressed and mentally conflicted about, you know, somebody that, you know, is not really kind of acting the way that they want them, you know, they want them to act. They're not really kind of, you know, moving forward in the relationship, or they're not really kind of being the partner that they should be. You know, the Hangman is lined up here with the Seven of Pentacles, which, like I said, this is a card of really examining a relationship, weighing all the pros and cons. What is this person bringing into my life? Am I getting what I deserve? How much have I given? I just felt like, you know, there could be a shocking turn of events. And this to me sounds a lot like the reading I did for the sign of Aries, so I just feel like it's a universal energy. But I feel for the most part from what I see here that there could be, you know, something going on with a partner where there's waiting and waiting for someone to come around. But I feel, you know, with these positive messages from the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles, that for most of you this will turn out in a very positive way. And where you have been waiting and there has been nothing happening, expect something, especially with the Eight of Wands and the Tower in the same reading. This could be something like explosive that happens in your relationship, a major breakthrough, wherever it is that you have been stuck. So if you're single and you've been stuck in that phase where you've not met anybody, all of that could change. And like I said, these court cards could be different people available to you, or those who are married in a relationship. You've been maybe stuck in a bad phase and you've not been able to get out of that phase. The Eight of Wands is telling you that that can change. There could be a lot of excitement and positive energy. Okay, so let me get some more cards from this deck. What additional messages are there for the sign of Taurus for March 2017? You have the Magician, Taurus for March 2017, the Knight of Pentacles, Taurus, March 2017. Let's see. You have the Nine of Pentacles. So this is a repeating card. You already have this card right here. So this is probably the most important message for you in the reading. At the bottom of this deck, wow, you have another repeating card. You have the Ten of Swords. So when these cards repeat themselves, if you've never watched my videos before, these are two different decks. So when they repeat themselves, I always feel these are the most important messages for you this entire reading. If nothing else makes sense to you, pay attention to the repeating cards. So for you, the Ten of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles, they're here twice. Here and here. So, you know, I already went over the Ten of Swords. This is just like an ending that has already happened, and maybe you haven't come to grips with this ending. You haven't realized that something had to come to an end. This is a betrayal. But this is just a message. You've been through the worst and it's time to move on. This is a message that it's safe for you to move on. So in a love reading, it's safe for you to love again or to trust again. You have the Magician, a major arcana. This is telling you that you have all the power, that you need to take your power back. Especially, you know, with the Ten of Swords being here 2 times, I feel like a lot of you that are watching, like you've been through some type of betrayal or ending that has been difficult, you know, and it's a message to pick yourself up. It's time to pick yourself up and walk away. I mean, same card from 2 different decks. The Magician is telling you take your power back. You need to empower yourself this month when it comes to relationships. You also have the Knight of Pentacles. So this represents, you know, progress. This is telling you that you may feel like you're not moving forward. Either, you know, those who are single, you feel like you're not meeting anyone. I mean, with the Hangman here and the Two of Wands, I can see why some of you might feel like you're not really seeing anything. But remember, you also have the Tower, which is explosive energy, shocking turn of events. And you also have the Eight of Wands, telling you that you're going to see change where there had been none, 0. But the Knight of Pentacles is telling you that this is, you're making progress, even if it doesn't seem like you're moving at all, or, you know, if you're trying to heal a relationship, they're telling you that you're making progress, so they want you feeling empowered. And again, you know, this message comes up from the Knight of Pentacles. You already have that card right here. And like I said, I feel like this is about, like, increasing your self-confidence. I mean, you do have the Magician, which is all about feeling empowered and knowing you're creating your own reality. So I feel like, you know, it's kind of interesting that the Nine of Pentacles came up twice, and the Ten of Swords came up twice, because they're very different energies. This is, you know, this is having been in a really kind of dark place and been hurt, and you find it so hard to move on and trust again. And this is all about, you know, being really independent. So I feel like this is something that some of you really need to hear. It's time to take your power back and focus on you. And like I said, for some of you, with this card being here next to the Court card, the King of Cups, it could be that, you know, someone in your life, someone that you're dating or your partner, you're questioning, you know, what effect they're having on your goals, or maybe on your self-confidence, your self-love. I feel like you're examining this relationship. So like I said, this Nine of Pentacles has come up for you now 2 times, and this is just telling you that when it comes to love and relationships, how you view yourself is very important. I mean, especially with the Magician being here. I feel like you have to, whether you're single or you're married, you have to kind of really know yourself and put yourself first. It really does not matter what your marital status is with this message. You have to put yourself first. And then everything will kind of fall into place. So if you're not meeting anyone, it could be that there's the need to kind of focus on you and your goals. If you're in a relationship, you need to make sure that your partner is kind of respecting your own your goals and your path, and that you're not having to compromise, you know, your career or whatever it is that's important to you. Like I said, this is a card of self-esteem and feeling really good about yourself. So I feel because it's next to this King of Cups, for some of you, it could be that the person that you love could be kind of affecting your self-esteem or some way your goals in a way that is not positive. So you're being asked to examine this very carefully. Okay, Taurus, this has been your love reading for March 2017. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will speak to you again next month.